it's time to talk about what you spend money on. A lot of us spend a lot of money on tech. And we're going to talk about wireless earbuds today. A variety of uses for these devices. You can use them purely for music, but a lot of times you tend to use them for a lot more than just music. You tend to use it for your workout, you tend to use it for work, and you tend to also use it for entertainment. Join me to talk about what the perfect device is for your particular requirements is Dhruv Bhutani, the editor of Android Authority. Thank you so much, as always, Dhruv, for taking the time. First of all, I want to establish there are quite a few options to choose from, right? It's a category that's growing by the day, and it's tough to make a choice right now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there, Alex. I mean, the category has absolutely boomed over the last 2 to 3 years, and you can get options starting at 600, 700 rupees, going all the way to 25, 30,000 rupees, maybe even higher if you start looking at some of the luxury brands. So there is literally something there for everyone and every use case, or even everybody's design and style choices as well. So there's hundreds and hundreds of options out there.
So, which is why I thought let's focus on what a particular requirement is. And let's start with the most general requirement, which is essentially if you're talking about all round use in terms of work, in terms of watching movies, and everything else, right? So, what
Right.
according to you are the top picks there? Maybe we can talk about a budget option and what somebody would pay a little bit more money for.
Yeah, so even if you're just looking at a standard use case where if you're commuting to work perhaps, or you just want to have something going on in the background while you're working, some background audio, you can start with something as basic as Realme has a new product. It's called the Realme Buds Air 3 Neo. Now, this is about 2,000 rupees. Still gets you 5, maybe 6 hours of battery life, depending on the volume levels. Gets you all the feature set, including noise cancellation for calls. So you're going to have great audio quality if you're using these headphones for your Zoom calls. And yeah, they've got like Dolby Atmos support. They're IP certified as well, so you can actually take them out for a run. We'll be talking a little bit more about fitness focused true wireless earphones. But you'll be surprised that even if at the 2,000 rupee price range you're getting at least basic splash proofing, that's how far this segment has come. But if you want to take it up a little bit and have something with a bit of more personality to it, around 6,900 rupees, there's the Nothing Ear one. Now we've kind of talked about the Nothing phone as well in the past, but the Nothing Ear one is the company's first product, and it's again got the same translucent, transparent design. Also has all the same audio quality features. Of course, the audio quality itself is improved over some of the more budget options. But what this option adds is noise cancellation. Now, it's not going to be as good as some of the higher end options, but if you just need to cut down some of the ambient noise, perhaps the fan in your room or a coworker who talks too much while you're at office, something like this would really be beneficial. So the Nothing Ear one is my suggestion around 6,999 rupees. And if you want to take it one step further, there's the Oppo Enco X. Now, this is a personal favorite of mine. They're out with the second generation, which is a little more expensive, but the first generation still gets you 5 hours of battery life, and it's the audio quality which really astounds. For 9,999 rupees, this is almost as good as products which are at double the price point. And it's obviously going to suffice just fine for daily use. But if you prefer to have like really good audio quality, this is one of those crossover products that serves very well in both those categories.
And I believe it is also your top pick when you're talking about music and specifically for music because you're looking
Mhm.
for those that clear sound. You're looking at something that gives you perhaps noise cancellation also
Right,
when you really want that audio to pop, right? So let's speak
right.
about those that are looking for earbuds specifically for music.
Right. So that's where the Oppo Enco X2 comes in. Now, it's got upgrades on all fronts, slightly better battery life, slightly better audio quality, and the price difference is just about 1,000 rupees, which is why I said that the Oppo Enco X is a bit of a crossover product. But for 1,000 rupees more, and now you're touching about 11,900 thereabouts, um, you get audio quality that's as good as some of the recommendations at the 20,000 rupees price band, and that's a phenomenal deal. Um, but of course, there are some advantages to stepping up. So for the entry level in the music focus segment, I would probably recommend the Oppo Enco X2. But you can step it up to the Sony WF-1000 XM4. Now that's a mouthful of a name, I know. Sony cannot seem to figure out how to name their true wireless products or all audio products, but it's the product which matters, and it's got fantastic noise cancellation, a noise cancellation which rivals their over the headphones, and those are some of the absolute best noise cancellation headphones that you can get. Period. Of course, the audio quality is also really good. It's got a slightly typical Sony sound signature, so there's a little more bass. If you prefer a more neutral sound, this might not be up your alley. But if you prefer a more neutral sound, then there's the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless 3. Now, Sennheiser is legendary in the audio business, and they've been making true wireless products for a while now. And with the third generation, they've figured out the battery life, which used to be a bit of a problem on some of the earlier products. And the sound quality is exactly what you would expect from a legacy audio brand. It's got a very clear, crisp sound, very neutral sound signature, and you can of course tweak it further as well. So you can elevate the bass if you want a little bit using the equalizer controls. There's a lot of focus on the actual audio quality compared to some of the other products which are more well-rounded, so to speak.
And those are great options to choose from, perhaps to the higher end of the spectrum if you're talking about cost. But let's quickly talk about fitness, because here you have a different requirement. You need to have sweat-proof earpods, for example, if you're
Right.
going out for a run. So what would your top picks be?
So, like I said, most true wireless earphones these days, starting at around 2,000 rupees, have at least a basic IP52 rating. So that's good enough for sweat resistance. But what you want is a little bit more, something that you can take out if you're out running in the monsoons, or something that has a good fit, which is designed for more active use. So my entry level suggestion in that is actually the Realme Earbuds 3. This is around 3,500 rupees. It's not specifically marketed as a fitness earphone, but as a marathon runner myself, I've actually used these and they've been fantastic. They do not slip out of your ear. If you want something a little more geared towards fitness, then you've got Jabra's portfolio. I would recommend the Jabra Elite 85T, but to be honest, you can actually get anything from Jabra's portfolio, which starts at around 4,000 rupees and goes all the way to 15,000 rupees. The differences are majorly around slight improvements in audio quality, also some additions like, say, Alexa support, which, in my opinion, isn't exactly critical in a true wireless earphone. So you can look at your budget as well. But going with the Jabra, it's got a fantastic effect. Once again, you will not have it slipping out of your ear. It comes with wingtips, which helps it stay locked in place. Of course, it's water resistant, and Jabra has fantastic support for multi-point Bluetooth, which easily lets you switch between your laptop, your phone, maybe even your tablet. So if you're juggling between all of these devices over the course of a day, this is one product that really excels at it. And there's one more, which is the Beats Fit Pro.
Right.
Now, once again, designed specifically for, and this is one product out of all of these which is designed quite literally just for running and fitness-based activities.
Fantastic.
Um,
Dhruv,
yeah,
so sorry, and we've covered so many products. Unfortunately, I guess we can speak for another 10-15 minutes more. I
yeah,
would have wanted to get your view on the Apple products as well and how they stack up,
right.
but I guess we'll have to couch that for another conversation. I'm glad that we've had this conversation though, because this has
Exactly.
narrowed things
Hundreds
down.
of products. What can you
Yeah,
do?
absolutely. But thank you so much, Dhruv, for taking the time. Pleasure speaking with you.